There is Chris Primetime Colbert,
Hey,
the 130-pound champion. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing okay. Just here in this bubble in LA for the next few weeks, getting ready for PBC on FS1. And then you have a matchup coming up at the end of the month. First of all, how are you feeling? Family okay as we deal with COVID-19?
I'm blessed. I'm alive. I'm making money. My son is good. My family's good, so I can't complain. I'm alive.
How old's your son now? I mean, I remember even before you were a father, and now you're a father, and your son's getting bigger and bigger. How old's your son now?
He's 2 now, actually.
Unbelievable, man. Did you ever think that you would be at this level when it comes to being a father so early?
Yeah, but no. But I was always planned on having a kid at a young age because of the circumstances the way I grew up. So I always planned on having a kid early and to do things that I didn't get to do as a kid with my son.
Chris, we'll get to your fight in the next few moments, but I want to get more of a background on you. I believe that you are one of 10 kids, right? I mean, I read that you're one of 10 kids. Tell me about what your upbringing was like.
Oh, it was rough. It was a little hard because there's 10 of us, and my mom was a single parent at certain times in her life, and I was the middle kid, so I was always the kid that was the baddest and the most hated. So growing up was kind of hard, but it turned me into the man that I am today, so I can't complain. I'm blessed.
I probably met you 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that, but I felt like even then that you have the maturity of someone who's older compared to that of someone who's actually your age.
Wait, say that one more time.
I'm saying when I met you 4 or 5 years ago. You were probably 18 at the time, barely making your pro debut.
Yes.
And what I said is that I felt like you're older. Even though you're 24, I feel like you have maturity of that of someone who's in their 30s compared to that of someone who's in their mid-20s.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it took a lot though, because the way I grew up, like I said, I grew up without a father figure in my life, and then to meet one later on when I was already a teen, I had no choice but to grow up fast and become a man at a young age. So, and I've seen a lot of bad things happen. I've seen a lot of people go down. I've seen a lot of people come up. So it took, that opened up my eyes to a lot of things to realize that what I should do and what I should not do in life. So me being 24, I don't want to do this. I love this sport, but this is a dangerous sport, and this is not a sport that you could be in forever. That's the problem with a lot of fighters nowadays. They don't know when to give it up and when to hang up the gloves. I don't want to be in this forever. I want to retire young. I want to retire young with all my faculties together, with my brain cells still here and my money still in my pocket and in the bank and a lot of investments. And with Al Heyman on my side, hey, that's possible.
Can you tell us how involved Al is with you? Because I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's done for the sport, and not just the sport, but for fighters in general and human beings that work with him or around him. He really looks after your well-being.
Tell you this, right? You ready? I'm gonna tell you this. Al Heyman helped me get this. You see where I'm at? Listen, this is my business right here. It's called Primetime Chicken, right? This is me. This is all me right here. Al Heyman helped me open up this at the age of 24 years old.
What made you open up a chicken spot, Chris?
The opportunity presented itself, and I know with the fan base that I got and the popularity that I got, I knew it was possible to make this turn into a banger. And this town that I'm in, there's no chicken spots. You got to drive 20 minutes or more to get chicken. And Saturday we had our grand opening. It was amazing. I had over 200 people. I gave away a lot of free chicken. Made a lot of money, and listen, I'm blessed. I can't complain, but Al Heyman definitely helped me get here, and I can't thank him anymore.
How involved are you when it comes to actually picking out, because we had you on that Champions Roundtable before the Javonte Davis-Leo Santa Cruz fight, but how involved are you when it comes to actually selecting the menu, selecting the sauces? Is that all you, or do you rely on someone else who's a restaurateur?
No, definitely it ain't on me. I got a great team behind me. You see, your chef, where you at, chef? See my chef back there, Chef Liz. She helped. She played a big part. My girl right there, my boy Starboy. I got a great team. My brother, my boy John. got a great team behind me that helped me get this up and going and get this show on the road. And like they say, it's not a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And we start here together, we're going to end up together, and we're going to hopefully, if we could, Popeyes is worth $1.3 billion. If I could just give me $1 million, and I'd be happy. I ain't greedy.
Chris, one more question on this, and then we can move to the boxing. But where is Primetime Chicken located at?
185 Palisades Avenue in Garfield, New Jersey.
Okay, so make sure to check that out if you're out on the East Coast. Now let's look ahead towards, I'm sure you're not going to be eating much chicken over the next few weeks because you are looking to make some quote-unquote chicken in your fight against Jaime Arboleda. I mean, hey, look, I'm trying to put things together there, Chris, but, you know, give me your thoughts on your fight coming up in less than a month.
It's going to be a hell of a fight. I know Jaime, or whatever, Jaime Arboleda, whatever his name is, I know he's coming to fight. And I got a statement to prove. His coach said something a few years back in the documentary that I was in. Said something of the
Herman Caicedo.
Herman Caicedo said something that goes along the lines like, if Colbert fight one of my fighters, he wouldn't be able to go past 3-4 rounds because he's not disciplined enough. So, with those being said, Herman is a nice guy. I like him, but his fighter gonna catch this ass being for what he said. So. I'm not going there to look pretty. I'm going there to get the job done. And if you know what I mean by get the job done, is stop him or beat him bad every single round.
I saw in your last performance against Cesare Corrales when you won the interim title, you were successful. You picked up a unanimous decision victory, but you are also hypercritical of your own performances. Can you assess your last performance on January 18th?
I mean, I got the win. That's all that matters. I got the win, and I'm the fighter that goes in there with the intentions on winning by any means necessary. So if I gotta hit a couple low blows, a couple hip shots, hey, whatever it takes to win, I'm with it. But I can't take nothing away from Cesare Corrales. He was a very technical fighter. He had good distance. He would make me miss by just this every time in the beginning of the fight, and I was just getting anxious because I knew I was gonna knock him out. If I could really catch him, I felt like the whole fight, I never really caught him with a
clean shot
because he had good distance and he was always grabbing. But I don't take nothing away from him. But I give that a performance like a C or D because I know I could do better. Y'all see me do better against opposition. I mean, I'm not saying like he was the best opposition that I fought, but y'all see me do better against great fighters. So like. I felt like it wasn't that good, but I'm going to be back, though. My next fight, I'm going to be back, and I'll be back way better.
What is it like being the main event on Showtime on November 28th? I remember, and this is a story I have to bring up because it bears repeating. You know where I'm going with this. Probably 3 or 4 years ago, there was an FS1 card at the Sands Casino in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. You were the swing fight, and it was you could make TV, you could not. You fought at like 12:15 in the morning after that fight was over off TV, but your entrance, your performance was that like you were fighting on primetime network television. I felt like you always carried that over the course of your career, whether you were the first fight or whether you were the last fight after TV and they were breaking down all the TV equipment.
Main event. To be honest, it's just another day in the office, but I'm blessed to be here. Al Heyman, he know what I bring to the table. He know Showtime knows Fox, the whole PBC crew. They know what I bring to the table. I bring fast, flash. I bring the style. I bring everything to the table, so they know they in for a treat. Y'all know. I always come with some great ring entrances, great ring attire. Every fight I got something special for y'all. But this fight, we definitely come in to bang. And this fight, I'm dedicating it to the people with breast cancer again, because I know there's a lot of people out there with breast cancer and they suffering, and I want them to know that I'm with them. We gonna fight through this. And Saturday night, I'm definitely gonna fight.
What ring entrance do you have planned? Can you give us an idea or a little bit of a preview of what we can expect on November 28th?
fancy, nothing too fancy. But you know me, you know how I do it. You know I always gotta look good, feel good, and to fight good.
Well, I want to talk about your coach, Ariolano Sosa, who has been with you from the beginning.
Yes.
You and him have this father-son relationship. How big is he for you, not only in your career, but in your life?
I mean, he's very, 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 very big. That's my father. Like I said, he's the man. He helped me become the man I am today. He raised me to be a great man, a great father, a great son, and a great fighter. And I'm very appreciative of that. Him and the family, my stepmom, my sisters, my brothers, they all there for me. My mom, my brothers. Like I'm blessed, and me and him click together like cheese and Swiss.
Mm-hmm.
And that's never going. The day you won't see Sosa in my corner, is unless he's sick. Other than that, if you don't see him in my corner, you won't see me.
Well, that's great to know, Chris.
Without Chris, there ain't no Sosa. So you put those two names together, Chris Sosa, you won't see me no more. It's over.
Another name that you put together is Chris Colbert and Brooklyn, New York. You are very proud of where you come from in Brooklyn, correct, Chris?
Yes, sir.
What does Brooklyn mean to you?
Brooklyn mean the world to me. I mean, it made me the man who I am today. Because without all them hard times, we never know. I could have been doing something else. Them hard times opened my eyes to a lot of different things and show me the road that I want to go on and show me the road that I don't want to go on. And it was my decision to choose, and thank God I made the right decision. But I never, ever forget where I came from. My goal is, when I make a certain amount of money, $250,000 here within the first year, I'm going to go to Brooklyn, my hometown, and open up another one in my hometown.
So you're looking to make this a chain then?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I don't go into nothing in life with thinking it might work or God willing it work. I don't believe in God willing this, God willing that. I go into it with God will, because God always gonna do his part, and he leave the rest up to you. So you just gotta do your part. And I'm doing my part so far, and I'm thankful for what he's doing so far.
Can you tell me about the balancing act that you have? You're opening up a business. You just had your grand opening on Saturday. You're preparing for your world title defense coming up on November 28th on Showtime. And then you're also a father. How do you juggle all these three things?
I mean, people make it seem harder than it is. I mean, it's hard. Don't get it twisted. Like yesterday, Sunday, everybody usually rests on Sunday, Saturday. I took a Saturday rest day, but I ran and I saw it. And then yesterday, I was in the store all day, and then I went to the gym last night. Right after, I went to the gym at like 11 o'clock in the nighttime. Then I woke up this morning, went to the gym twice. I worked out 2 times already for the day. Now I'm in the store working, and then I'll be a father too. So it's hard, but at the end of the day, you got a choice. I chose this lifestyle. This lifestyle didn't choose me, and I'm blessed to even be in these shoes, because a lot of people can't even get in these shoes. And I've been in worse predicaments and worse circumstances, so I'm not going to even complain.
I know you looked up to Floyd Mayweather, and he has unorthodox over the course of his, Hall of Fame career. He had different ways of when he would go into training. He would train in the middle of the night. Is that something, the fact that you trained last night at 11, is that something you picked up from Floyd? Is that in terms of how you're feeling physically? Is it a time thing?
No, it's just working with my schedule. I had to be in the store yesterday. And then now I'm like, but at the end of the day, you got to remember, I got a fight coming up. So I can't forget that I got to put in some work every day. We got to do something. Can't be just not doing nothing. I have to do something every day. I'm in shape, though. I'm in great shape. I've been sparring 12 rounds since the first day of camp. I'm the only fighter in the world that spar every day.
You spar every day, so what do you mean? What do you mean by every day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So you spar 6 days a week?
6 days a week. Sometimes I spar on Sundays, too, if I can get to work.
And so how many rounds are you going to having sparred, let's say, by the end of November 28th?
I can't even tell you. Because already I sparred 12 rounds today. Tomorrow I got another 12. So I can't really tell you how many rounds I spar. But it's not about how many rounds you spar. It's about what you do in those rounds and how you control those rounds. I don't really get hit too much, as we all know. And my defense is great. So
that's terrific.
Yeah, so I don't really get hit much, but it's more like a me working on things. They trying to do what they want to do to me, but it's up to me at the end of the day.
Playing devil's advocate, Chris, are you concerned that you spar too much, or because you are 24 and in the prime of your career, literally, that you are physically, that you can go that many times of sparring and stuff? I mean, there's a fine line that we hear from fighters.
It's different between me and other fighters because I'm on my James Toney stuff. I don't run. Running is not my thing. It never been my thing. I don't run, so I gotta find something. I gotta substitute it with something. I do a lot of strength and conditioning, 3 to 4 times a week, and then I run. Then I spar every day to make up for the running. Remember, we getting ready to fight. We ain't getting ready to run a race or run a marathon. So I use that and I substitute it. But y'all see when in fight, I don't be tired. I don't get tired. I look like I'm in the first round every round, and it's working. So what they say, don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah, well, if it sounds like an unorthodox training method, but if it works for you, then who are we to say that it's not going to work for you?
Hey, I know a lot of people looking, and Jaime and his team probably looking like, oh yeah, he don't run. We can get him tired. I guarantee you, I will not get tired. I will be. I stand every round. I stand in the middle of the ring every round. Mm-hmm. In the middle, in the corner every round. I be feeling good. I know my body. As long as you know your body, I don't give a damn how hard you work. You could be running a marathon, 10 foot. We're not getting ready for that. We're getting ready to throw them hands. And I'm ready for that.
The one item that classifies you as well from my standpoint is you have a high ring IQ. Do you feel like you sparring so much and seeing different looks helps you with your ring IQ?
Definitely. I spar so many different people with different styles. And the thing with me, when I get ready for a fight, I don't spar with people only that fight like this person, that. I spar anybody. Sparring is sparring. Work is work. You always need it. Just because one person fight this way one day, that don't mean he's gonna come into the fight to fight me the way he fight Jason Velez. He know he can't fight me like that. If he do that, it's gonna be a quick night. So he gotta bring his best.
Do you watch tape on your opponents? Does your coach Sosa watch tape, or how does that go about?
Sosa watches tape. I don't really watch tape, but I seen his last fight, not knowing that I was gonna fight him. I seen him when he fought Jason Velez because I watch boxing. Every boxing that come on TV, I watch, especially PBC boxing. We got the best shows. We have the best cards. Even on our weakest card, we still got the best cards. So I always watch boxing. So I seen his performance against Jason Velez. It was terrible, but he got the win. But he ain't getting the win against me.
Chris, I know that you have an extensive amateur background. You could have competed for Team USA, if I read correctly, but you decided not to do that, and instead you wanted to turn pro. Why did you pass up the Olympics?
Because amateur boxing, the whole amateur boxing scene is biased. They know who they want. They know who they want on the team, no matter what it took to get them on the team. And I qualified early in 2015. I had to wait to 2016 just to even fight for another qualifiers again. It wasn't worth it. I wanted to make money. I seen what Al Heyman was doing. Times was hard for me. I had a plan and I was sticking to it. And now we're here today. Fight. November 28th. I'm defending my WBA Interim World title, #1 in the WBA, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Put on a show. It's prime time on Showtime.
I remember seeing you at press conferences when you were in high school. You were in high school and you were coming to these press conferences at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Can you tell the audience about, how much you really sacrificed to get to this level?
I used to be like on some, I used to tell my teachers, yo, I'm out of here. Where you going? You got to stay in school. No, I got to go to this press conference. But they thought it was a joke, but I was being dead serious. And just being around the press conferences and being around so many fighters, great intelligent fighters like Bernard Hopkins and the Floyd Zab and all of these guys, I learned what not to do and what to do in this sport. And I learned the ins and outs. A lot of fighters don't know a lot of things about this sport. They just think it's all about fighting, but there's a lot of stuff on the back end that we need to know, and they don't know. But I'm blessed to be in the position that I am. We're having so much great people around me with my team. I got Uncle B behind me, Brad Owens. That's like my uncle. We speak every day. Like I'm just blessed and I feel good where I'm at. I feel good. I feel comfortable. I'm ready to take over the 130-pound division. If I got to go up to 135, then so be it. Let's get it.
We got a couple more questions for you, Chris. Speaking of 130 and 135, what was your analysis of Javonte Davis's knockout over Leo Santa Cruz?
I mean, I predicted this. I told you this. Knockout. I told you knockout in 10. I knew Javonte Davis was too big, too strong. But my respect goes out to Leo Santa Cruz. He put on a hell of a performance. He showed nothing but cojones. And I respect him. Listen, I always respect him. He's a 4-time world champion, so I can never take nothing away from him. But I want to see Javonte Davis in there with somebody that is up there with him.
Is that a fight that you think might be in your future or no?
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure. At that time, I feel like me and Javonte Davis should be definitely into a big fight. Right now, I don't make money. When it make money, it makes sense. So me and him will be a mega fight. Santa Cruz versus, Tank versus Prime Time versus Tank. Who wouldn't want to see that? Come on.
One of his stablemates, his promotional stablemates, Rolando Romero, during the Champions virtual, reception before the fight, came out and you guys were going back and forth. What was that all about?
Because he's terrible. I don't like the fighters that be doing all the calling out but don't back up they talk. Like, don't talk if you like that, but you not really like that. Like, his last fight, he got an early Christmas gift, and he better be the first one at his Thanksgiving table to say what he thankful for. I'm thankful for Floyd Mayweather and my promotional team because he definitely didn't win that last fight, and that's the only part I hate about boxing when they get judges like that move like if they Ray Charles' cousins and aunts.
Okay, well, you are speaking loudly and clearly.
If I would lose a fight and they gave me a victory, I want my people to tell me. I like those. I don't want yes men around me. I don't want people that's gassing me, telling me you won, and I look good. I ain't look good like I didn't win. Tell me when I lose. All my people on my team, they tell me when I look bad, when I'm doing something wrong. Like, nah, bro, you don't need to do this, bro. Stay focused, do this, do that. And then it's people that I used to have around me that be like, nah, bro, you good, you look good, you good. I don't like that. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. I always want to know the truth. So when I go into the ring, I can do better next time. I don't want nobody to lie to me, telling me what I'm doing and I'm not really doing it. Tell me the truth.
So is that why you're hypercritical of your own performances?
Yeah, definitely. Because I could have went in there my last fight and said, yeah, I look good. I know I won more than 10. I won at least 10 rounds in that fight for sure. He got like I said in the corner. My dad said, "Oh yeah, he won that round." Okay, it's boxing. You're gonna win. Sometimes win rounds. Sometimes you're gonna lose round. The greatest loss a round. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And I finish every time, and I make sure the fight is clear where Ray Charles can see it.
Well, what does it mean for you, Chris? I know you're very proud of being under the Premier Boxing Champions banner. You're going to be headlining against Jaime Arboleda November 28th. But how special is it for you? How much does PBC mean to you in being a part of this tremendous roster?
I mean, PBC means everything. Listen, like I said, from day one, I knew I wanted to go. And I had options where I could have went to Golden Boy Top Rank, Rock Nation and these guys. They all offered me money, but Al didn't have to offer me money. He offered me a commitment that I couldn't pass up, and I seen his work. I seen it firsthand. I was always there, and I seen what he's doing. I always wanted to be a part of it, and I made that decision. And look where I'm at now. 14 fights later, I'm making great money. I'm number one in the WBA. I got a belt. Well, how can I complain? I'm about to headline on Showtime. How can I complain? Feel me? How can I complain?
Well, if things go according to plan, who do you want next after this fight?
It don't even matter who I get next. Listen, I'm not here to make a wish list and then it don't happen. I'm here to just give the fans what they want to see. And whatever Al put in front of me, I don't never decline fights. Whoever he offer me, I tell him yeah automatically.
I know you're fighting 2 days after Thanksgiving. It's obvious you're a foodie, so you're going to have a late Thanksgiving dinner on that Sunday, Chris?
I have a Friendsgiving for sure. All my friends, all my family, they're going to come through. We're going to do it big after the fight. But right now, my mind is not really focused on that. My mind is focused on November 28th, and I'm ready to put in pain. I'm ready to hurt. I'm telling you, When they say I don't punch, I'm going to show y'all punching that night. Y'all going to see punching.
Is it going to be different fighting without fans? Because I believe your fight will be a Mohegan Sun without fans.
I don't mind anyways. Listen, they boo me anytime anyways. You know they get bored of my style anyway. They boo. I don't pay no mind. I don't hear it. Hey, listen, we got one job, and that's to go in there and do what we got to do. Fans and no fans, and I'm still getting a check, so I ain't complaining. I'm just blessed to even be fighting, because a lot of people ain't fighting in these hard times, and I feel sorry for them because they ain't fighting, because a lot of people need to make a living. This is their only way of living. Some people, it's their only way of living. You feel me? So, like, I'm just blessed to even be able to be on the stage during this pandemic.
The way that I'll leave you is this, is when it comes to you, I feel like there's no in between when it comes to fight fans or media. They either love you and like you or they don't, but you get a reaction. Is that, do you feel the same way?
That's the best part. As long as they give me a reaction, I don't care. They going to come to see me fight because they want to see me lose, or they going to come to see me fight because they want to see me win. Whatever, as long as they support and they come show their face.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time. Good luck, my friend, and good luck on Primetime Chicken. I can't wait to get out to the East Coast and enjoy some of that chicken.
JB, how that chicken?
You got any chicken that you can show us real quick, Chris, if you don't mind? You guys got anything right now that you can show us chicken-wise, or any plates or anything like that?
Who got chicken? Who got? JB, let me see what you got. Okay. PBC, they want to eat some chicken. They want to see the food. JB, how that chicken?
Delicious.
That looks great. Chris, you're making my mouth water, my man.
Huh?
Making my mouth water.
They do know my chef, man, because I said that. I called your name. You forgot?
Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with Primetime Chicken. And we'll see you during fight week, 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Let's go. Appreciate you, my boy.